If you were to take your cue from the typical family sitcom, you'd imagine that raising a child is the most inspiring experience that life can offer. From watching them play shepherds at Christmas to seeing them play soccer at weekends, it seems like one wonderful experience after another. The reality, however, is very different. A recent study by researchers at Vanderbilt universities found that parents have significantly higher levels of depression than adults who don't have children. Well, now, one woman has decided to tell it like it is, diapers and all. Mary Fulgeniti reports.
From her home in Salt Lake City, Utah,
oh, Utah,
Heather Armstrong writes what many young mothers may be thinking, but are too afraid to say.
Ugh.
Nah.
This irreverent former Mormon is one of the most popular and controversial moms popping off in the blogosphere.
Everything has been said about me. You know, my teeth are crooked, I'm ugly, I'm not a good mother. I've always overshared, and my website is a direct extension of my personality.
Her website, Dooce.com, is a daily diary of her life with husband John.
You know, sometimes it's hard being married to such a hot geek.
4-year-old daughter Lita.
Get it done! Please!
And their dogs Coco and Chuck.
There's a portion of my website called The Daily Chuck. It's a photo of him every day, and when I don't post it, if it's a photo of Coco, the Chuck fans revolt. And then there's a daily style, which is just a snapshot of something that I've, a design-related thing that I brought into my home. I approach my website as if I am sitting down with my girlfriends on a Friday night talking about what happened during the week.
Do you compare yourself a little bit to Carrie from Sex and the City, but online?
Oh, Carrie is much sexier. She's got the better shoes, better wardrobe. No, I feel like I'm chronicling kind of the mundane and you know, some of the more boring details of life that we all live.
But don't expect boring recipes and carpooling tips from this 32-year-old mom.
Kid gets dropped off at school and it's...
Categories include boobs, BYU, Chuck, Mormonism, parenthood. There's a lot of poop.
Is that because you have a child and 2 dogs?
Yes, exactly. My daughter lied about having gone to the bathroom by herself, and how we need to teach her how to lie better. Hey, sweetie, it's okay.
Not your conventional mom, Heather's candid and often profane riffs on everyday life range from hilarious postings about potty training.
Lita had one of those explosive squirrel tail poops that popped out of her diaper and landed in the middle of the living room floor.
To more serious discussions about postpartum depression.
Blogging about it saved my life. I really do think that the support that I got from all these amazing readers was part of the reason that I decided to take myself into the hospital. And that hospital stay saved my life.
Did it help other people that might have been experiencing the same feelings?
I've gotten so much email from people saying, because of you, you know, I finally admitted that I can't get through this by myself and I've sought help.
Her raw honesty obviously struck a chord and propelled her site into internet fame, attracting over 1 million online readers per month.
Why do you think it's become so popular?
You know, I think it's that I have no problem saying what some people are afraid to say. And
like what?
Like motherhood is really, really difficult. And sometimes it's unpleasant. And sometimes, you know, you turn around and you're like, what did I do to my life? And a lot of the women who read my website want to be able to say that and are feeling that and need someone to talk to just to work through it.
And it's not just a hobby. Her website pulls in an estimated $40,000 per month in revenue from advertisers like Walmart, Hewlett-Packard, and most recently, the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints.
It's really funny. I posted a picture of a mug in the shape of 2 exposed boobs from Palm Springs, my recent trip there. And right above this photo of these boobs was an ad for a Book of Mormon.
How successful is your blog monthly?
My blog pays my bills.
Did accepting ad revenues force you to self-censor in any way?
No, actually. In fact, the only thing that has ever caused me to self-censor is the knowledge that my father is reading my website. When my family discovered my website, it was the day after I had written a martini-fueled diatribe against religion. And it was devastating for them. And my father didn't speak to me for 3 months.
After that, she developed some rules for what she would and would not write about her family. But she hasn't lost her edge.
Tried to wind down from the day. I posted a little thing on my website to welcome the new Mormon readers. Say hello.
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 Who's your audience?
Young mothers or first-time mothers, women who are at home and are looking for a voice similar to their own and looking for a friend. Well, I get a lot of email from college-age boys who will say, I'm disgusted with myself that I like your website, but I do.
John, you sure these guys just don't think she's hot?
I know they think she's hot. She is hot.
Heather's bold blogs have been so successful, her husband John quit his job. He now works alongside his wife, managing the money and providing content every now and then.
Do you have any problems with her exposing your personal life online?
I used to be very comfortable. I think I'm a more private person than Heather. And so I used to be very leery about it and nervous.
What's it like working for your wife?
I think it's great. Not only is it the perfect job, but I get to sleep with the boss legally.
Give me an example of your most outrageous blog.
I can't believe I'm going to admit this, but I wrote a post called Reconvening the Procedure. And it was a post about my husband and I resuming having sex after giving birth.
As one of the most successful and uninhibited women on the web, Heather has been hit with her share of criticism.
I got an email this morning and the guy says,
With doctors.
yeah,
I'm
you
golfing
just
with
go ahead and do
doctors.
your blogging and your husband can mooch off of you and go play golf with doctors or whatever he does during the day.
And that's one of the kinder samples.
Why did you turn off comments? Maybe because they point out that you are medicated full, that you really have nothing going on, that you really aren't that sharp.
There are critics out there who actually say that you are exploiting your family
Sure.
for your own benefit, for money.
I don't think people realize that the information that I share on my website is only about 5% of what goes on in my life, and the other 95% is private and sacred.
But she's had to develop a thick skin. After all, her career as a blogger started after she was fired from her job as a web designer for making fun of her boss online.
She would return from her Botox events, unable to move her lips, and it just begged to be written about.
Her site's name, Dooce.com, a derivation of the word dude,
Dude, what's up, dude?
soon became part of the urban vernacular for being axed over the contents of your blog.
Some people still know me as the girl that got fired for her website, but they know me.
Within 6 months of getting fired, she eloped and started her life as a young mother living in Utah. That's when the fun and her future career began. These days, her outspoken posts are being packaged into books, and the queen of the mommy bloggers may even be taking her blog from the computer screen to the big screen.
Okay, what is next for the queen of the mommy bloggers?
I'm talking with some people in Hollywood about ideas of things to do and how my story and my voice might make for some good content elsewhere.
But one thing is for sure, Heather Armstrong will continue to take us on her unedited journey through parenthood and to say things that no one else dares to say.
That's one of the reasons why I love you and why we're together, obviously.
This is really gross.
Schmoopy, it's super schmoopy.
Nah.
For Nightline, this is Mary Fulginiti in Salt Lake City.
Parenthood clearly isn't always pretty, and our story about Miss Armstrong has already set off a fairly impassioned debate on our website, and you can join the fray by clicking on the Nightline page at abcnews.com.